guys and girls, so today I thought I'd do a little bit of a different video. This is something which I've kind of been following within the like YouTube Gothic community, and something which I wasn't gonna bother making a video about, and then the more I've been thinking about it, the more I felt like I wanted to add my input in. So if there's one thing that I do not like participating with on YouTube or in life in general, it is drama. I really don't have time for any of that kind of thing. But I was sent a video by quite a few people of a man on YouTube that wasn't too happy with how goth was being represented on YouTube, and then there was lots of people doing response videos. There was lots of allegations of people selling out on YouTube by working with different brands and companies, and then there was also the mention of goth being too expensive. Now, as I said, I wasn't actually going to make a video about it, but since I am a channel that is predominantly hauls, I thought I would share it with you. I thought that maybe you guys would be interested in my opinion, since I have worked with brands, and then on the flip side I do also buy a lot of my clothes and a lot of my jewellery, so I thought it'd be quite interesting to have it from both points of view and give you a more kind of realistic view of someone who is gothic and working with companies to bring you guys videos, hauls and reviews. So I originally made this channel to review clothing. I was just coming into kind of the gothic scene around 6 years ago. So in England, up until college, you have to wear like school uniform, and I think that most people find it really hard to develop their style while they're at secondary school. But as soon as you go to college, that's when people start developing their style. So I started college around 7 years ago, and that is when I truly kind of started finding my style and got interested in gothic brands. Now, I was shopping on very kind of generic gothic stores, buying a few things off eBay, I was DIYing stuff. I kind of delve headfirst into the style of what we would call goth. But I definitely felt like when looking online, I couldn't find in-depth reviews about clothing and jewellery, so I really had no idea what I was buying. So that's why I decided to make videos. I think it was around 6 years ago now. Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a collective haul for the last couple of months. It's going to be items that I got offline, from Killstar, Grindstore, Blue Banana and eBay, and also something I got from a charity shop. And since then I obviously have changed as a content creator, but still I stand by the fact that I will only ever give you honest reviews, whether the items have been sent to me for free or if I spent my own money on them. Now, I follow a YouTuber called Heavy Metal Mumma. I did actually have the absolute pleasure of meeting her when I went up to London Edge, and I think probably prior to London Edge I had kind of just heard of her channel, and definitely after meeting her and watching some of her content, I'm now like an absolute addict. Every time I get a notification to say she's uploaded a video, I am always just gonna stop what I'm doing so that I can watch it. I absolutely love her channel. She started the tag which I thought I'd do with you today, which is called the GOTH SNOB TAG. As like an aftermath to all the kind of drama that went on, she created this tag so that people could kind of share their opinions and answer 10 questions, which kind of covered all kind of elements of this drama as such, and just kind of broke it down into little sections. So I thought today I would do a tag. As I said, not something that I usually do. I don't often just sit here and chat to you, but don't worry, I have a nice pile of clothes which I'm going to refer to, so hopefully it won't be too far from my usual reviews. So number one, the first question is, what are your views on goth brands and their affordability? So as I said, I came into like the gothic subculture when I started college, and since then I have definitely been immersed in it. I believe when I started college I had like jeans and shorts, and I just wore a lot of different t-shirts, and I'd now say that probably 90% of my wardrobe, which is very large, is full of gothic brand clothing, and then I do also have other staples. I have kind of mixed opinions when it comes to gothic brands. I personally definitely feel like when it comes to staples, so like looking for black socks, black vest tops, black skirts, black jeans, all that kind of thing you can find in high street stores, fine. And I think it is perfectly fine to buy them from just general high street stores. I buy all of my black jeans from Asda, which doesn't sound too goth, but definitely black jeans from Asda fit me amazingly. They're very affordable and they stay black, which is something I have such an issue with jeans. So I think for your staples, definitely like high street stores are fine. I also feel like it depends where you are in life. So when I was starting college, I had a Saturday job and I think I got like £25 a day. I was not making much money at all. So that meant like all of the money I had was going on driving lessons so that I could have a car, and I had no money to spend on clothes. But ultimately I really did want to express myself and show my style. What I'm gonna see if I can do is find pictures from back when I was at college and like add them on the screen so hopefully you can see. But basically I ended up buying like one staple black skirt that was like, I think it was from a goth brand. It was just like black with chains and stuff all over it. That was the first piece of clothing I ever bought that was gothic, and then I started buying t-shirts when I could, just literally getting black t-shirts and using white acrylic paint and like painting little bats on them. I remember I then bought like a black tube skirt and painted little bats on that. Everyone was always like, you've got some food on your skirt, and I was like, actually it's a bat, thank you very much. But yeah, definitely when I was at college I did a lot of DIY. I like whipped this out of my wardrobe. I used to like get jackets and like paint them and stuff and like put patches on and just make them a bit more like me. I have so many like kind of denim jackets and vests and pleather ones and leather ones which I just painted and covered in pins, and I used to make my own pins as well. I used to just get like a button badge pack. You could buy them on eBay. You could get like 100 plain button badges and you just like cut out a little picture and like pop them on. In fact, I still actually have one of my jackets where all of these pins that have like white bits around the outside are like badges that I made, and they were things that interested me. So I've got like a Sherlock Holmes pin, not too great. I have like various other things like from horror films and definitely music and stuff. I definitely had like a lot of music themed pins. I had like some just cute ones which had like bats on and like the Sad Ghost Club, the Addams Family of course. So yeah, I used to like make my own pins and put them on jackets, and I'd wear stuff like this. And my jackets I used to repaint all the time. I think this one has had different writing on about 5 times. I used to just cover it again in like black acrylic paint. So definitely I feel like if you're working on a budget, DIY is a really good option. But I also am like really aware that you can't always DIY stuff yourself. I am fortunate that I am quite like a crafty person and I enjoy making stuff all the time. But if you are someone who can't paint, there's definitely like other options. Like as I said, I used to buy a lot of stuff off eBay, t-shirts off of eBay, especially when I was at college. That worked really, really well. So I'll begin with eBay. First off, I got this black pleather looking t-shirt. So I definitely feel like there were quite a few options for when you were like working on a budget, and definitely I think part of like entering the subculture is the fact that like you start off with like a few staple pieces. You may just wear the same outfit every single day for a month, but slowly you do kind of grow, you acquire more things, and you definitely like build up your stuff. So I definitely don't think it's the kind of thing where you decide that you want to dress spooky and like just like that everything is spooky. It's definitely something that you build up to. Now when it comes to actual gothic brands, I am definitely a massive advocate for them. I specifically wore this Killstar dress today because this is a dress which I personally, and I actually thought quite hard about this, I personally don't think I could have made this at all. So it is like a lace dress, which fair enough, I could have found a lace dress. I have loads of lace dresses which I've got from charity shops, but it's a spiderweb lace dress and I don't actually know a way of making spiderweb lace. I thought about maybe just getting a black dress. You could maybe paint spiderwebs on them, or even a white dress and like Sharpie them on. But I don't know the way, and correct me if you're wrong, of actually crafting a spiderweb lace dress like this. You could probably buy spiderweb lace and kind of make your own dress, so like pre-made spiderweb lace, but I wouldn't mind betting that the material would cost just the same amount as what this dress cost me. So I definitely feel like you have to really weigh up between the two. I feel there is only so far that you can DIY stuff. DIYing things can make it very personal to you, but when it comes to like wanting a specific thing, if you specifically want a spiderweb lace dress, I feel like that's where gothic brands come in really, really handy. Now I know that Killstar was definitely slated upon, and I picked out the first 4 things which were in my wardrobe, and all of these I believe are Killstar. So yes, I definitely am an advocate for Gothic brands, and I think just for the sake of this video I am going to focus on Killstar, but I have got a load of different brands, and if you would be interested in knowing about all the different brands which I have bought from, I will of course make a video about that somewhere else. But I'm just going to focus on Killstar today because that is a brand that I have seen it targeted so much. Okay, so I bought my first item of clothing from Killstar 5 years ago, and where is it? And I remember saving and saving and saving so that I could buy a Wednesday Addams dress. Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a Killstar haul for you today. So I bought this dress the first time that it came out. I think it actually may still be in production now, but this came out around 5 years ago. I saved so hard for this dress. To begin with, I definitely did have a look in all the high street stores for a black dress with a white collar, and I just couldn't find one, and I knew that Killstar did one, so I saved and saved and saved for this dress, and I got it, and as you can see, I still have it. I still wear it so much. Another dress which I really wanted to point out to you guys is this one. This dress I believe I bought probably 4.5 years ago. It is a I think it was called the Stargazer dress, but they have had this print in loads of different styles, but this one is a super plain, just like a skater dress. I bought this dress so many years ago, and I can tell you I wear this dress about once a week. It's one of my favorite dresses. I think I own about 150 dresses. I still would choose this dress to wear over any other dress because it is so comfortable, and just wearing this dress on its own just looks spooky and amazing. And then also, like, Killstar make dresses like this which have like bat prints all over them. I think I bought this maybe a year ago-ish, and it's got bats all over it. I definitely think this is a good example of something which I wouldn't be able to have crafted myself, or I could have like used paint, but it probably would have come out really scratchy and not been worth it. And this is inside out but it is a Killstar jumper, which again I love. So those are just some examples of clothing which I would buy from Killstar, and I have to say, like, one tag video I did watch, I'm not going to name and shame, don't worry, I don't want to start more drama, but one tag video I did watch who was doing this Gothic Snob tag said, why would I buy from a Gothic brand when I'm not getting good quality? I want to know if these things are going to rip, I don't want to know if they look cute, which, fair enough, I completely understand, and I do agree that some YouTubers do just go, oh, I've got this nice velvet dress and it's got some stars on, and that's it really. Thanks for watching. Like, that does frustrate me, and that's kind of why I make my videos longer. I know I get a lot of slate for making long videos, so sorry if there's a long video. I like to go into really high detail, so we'll link my Killstar hauls down below, because you'll see I will buy a dress like this dress I'm wearing today from Killstar, and I will spend 20 minutes just talking about this dress and the quality. Quality for me is a really big thing, and definitely I feel when you're spending £40 upwards on a dress, it needs to be a good quality. And I have to honestly say, I have the proof here literally in my hands, that Killstar are a good quality. I have never had to sew this dress. I have no problem with the hems, there's no strings coming out, I've had no rips. This dress is now a size too small for me because I've grown quite a lot, and it's had to stretch and it's still fine. Honestly, I would say with more than 85, 90% of my Killstar clothing is amazing quality. I have definitely had a few kind of odd pieces which weren't as good a quality as I was hoping for, and that is why I made videos about them, and that is why I was honest with you guys and said, like, this material is a little bit see-through. Do I like Gothic brands? Yes, I do. I think it is amazing that you can just buy stuff like this. Like, we don't have to spend hours making this anymore. We can save that time and just buy it fully completed. If you want to make it, go for it. All the props to you for being able to do that. But I'm in over 30 grand's worth of debt just to get my teaching degree, and if I want to work as a teacher and spend my money on dresses with cobwebs on, then I'm gonna do it. So that's kind of my input when it comes to the quality side. I think Killstar, as I said, I'm just going to focus on Killstar. Killstar are normally a really good quality. As for the price, I think that they are on the more expensive side, but they are really kind of like intricate pieces most of the time. Like, look at the finish that's just on this one sleeve that I have. Like, they are relatively intricate. There are lots of like little details which are added to them. And also, I bet you right now I could go onto Topshop or Boohoo or ASOS, any of like the main clothing websites which a 22-year-old would be buying off of, and most of the dresses would be around that price point. So I really feel like they're not extortionate amounts, they're just kind of the normal amount that a dress would be. If I was buying a pink and blue polka dot dress from Topshop, I guarantee it would probably cost the exact same as a spiderweb dress would from Killstar. So I really don't see a problem in the price. I feel like they're just the standard prices for clothing these days. That's how much a good dress costs you. Whew. Okay, so number 2 is buying goth brands selling out? I think this kind of like ties in by what I was just saying for number 1. But do I think it's selling out? No. Otherwise I wouldn't wear them. I also feel like you can do what you want. If you want to buy goth brands, you can. If you have the money and you want to buy them, then do it. If you, like I didn't have the money but want to save up to buy them, then do it. If it's what makes you happy, do it. If you don't like Killstar, if you don't like gothic brands, if you want to DIY all of your clothes, then do it. I don't care. Like literally, I have no opinion on what you want to do. I feel like people should just let other people do what they want. We don't know people's lives. I can guarantee right now that most of you probably feel like you know me. I just sit here buying clothes and showing them to you, doing a little dance outside to get my clips, edit them, upload them, and that's probably the most of what you see of my life. But actually, Monday to Friday, I am in jeans and just a plain black jumper. I take out all of my piercings, I have all my hair tied up, no makeup on, and I get to school for 7:30 in the morning and I don't leave until around 6 o'clock. And that's what I do Monday to Friday. So I don't have time to make dresses. I wish I had time to make dresses, but unfortunately I don't. And I am so grateful that there are the gothic clothing brands, because it means that I can buy clothes like a spiderweb lace dress and wear it, and I don't have to spend all of my time making a dress that I can only wear on the weekend anyway. Basically. Okay. Number 3, does DIYing make you more goth? I think this is one of the most ridiculous questions. I'm definitely a DIYer. I have a DIY playlist, I do DIY videos, I love making stuff. As you've seen, I paint clothing, I make different pins. I love DIYing. Definitely I used to do more DIY when I wasn't like working full-time in school. Now I don't have as much time doing it, but I have dabbled in a lot of DIY. I've been doing cross-stitching and painting and pyrography. I have decorated a whole Halloween doll's house. I love to DIY. And also silly things like homeware that I have made. I know that I can DIY if I need to, and it's definitely a skill that I feel is really helpful in life, because if I need another cushion for my background, I know that I can make one. I made this one out of a tea towel. I was like, I need another cushion, so I made it out of a tea towel. I know that I can DIY, but I'm also really not naive in the fact that some people can't. Some people don't have a sewing machine, some people don't have all the resources, some people don't have the money to buy all the resources, some people just can't do it, like their hands just can't do it, and I understand that. I think that if you can DIY, it is an amazing blessing on you, and you are very lucky. I know the benefits of being able to DIY anything that you want. If you can't DIY, does that mean you also can't be goth? That just seems so ridiculous to me. Like, if someone can't do something, it doesn't mean they can't be themselves. That question just literally boggles my brain. I just don't understand. Like, if you want to DIY, DIY. If you want to make spooky DIY, make spooky DIY. And if you can't DIY, pay someone else to. I don't know. Number 4, what music should you listen to be goth? Okay, so if you had asked me back in my Baby Bat days, I would have been like, gothic music is probably the only thing you should listen to. But I can tell you, from someone who's been in this subculture for around 6 or 7 years, I definitely feel like there is a big divide. So if you are from the good old days and you've been goth for 40, 50 years, then I completely understand that you would have come from an era where gothic music is really important. That's where the subculture came from. I understand that it is super like important for the foundations of goth. But we are now in the 21st century and things are different, and when I was born, the style was already there. Like 22 years ago, goth was already a thing. Like, I wasn't kind of there when it was made, but I do feel like I'm part of the evolution in the fact that, like, now it is open to anyone. I like gothic music, but it's not something that you would find on my phone. Like, I don't have it downloaded on my Apple Music. My music taste is probably the most varied thing in the world. I have no set genre which I prefer. I definitely went through like a phase of only listening to like emo music, and then I went through a phase of only listening to screamo music, and then, as I said, I went into the gothic music. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, when I only listened to gothic music, I fell into one of the lowest stages in my mood in my entire life, because I felt that I could only listen to that. If I didn't listen to it, if I listened to something different, then I wouldn't be accepted into the subculture. And I feel like it took me a long time to learn that if there was a pop song, for example, on the radio, which was a bit catchy and that I got stuck in my head, I was actually allowed to listen to it. If an old rock song came on that I liked, I was allowed to listen to it. And if there was an Irish dance jig song that I liked, I could listen to it. I can listen to whatever I want, and it doesn't change me. It doesn't mean that I can't be in the subculture if I like popular music. In August, I've got tickets to see Ariana Grande. Is she gothic? No. But a fun fact, she does keep her Halloween decorations up all year round. So basically, with music, I feel like definitely I am not naive in the fact that the fashion of goth did stem from music. But at the same time, I really don't think in today's day and age that you have to just listen to that. I feel like you can listen to whatever you want. If you feel goth, you are goth. If you don't like gothic music, you don't like gothic music. That's the end of it. Does that mean that you then can't wear spooky spiderweb dresses? No, you can wear whatever you like. Okay, number 5. What is the minimum requirement to be considered a goth? Following on from what I just said, if you feel like you're a goth, if you want to be a goth, you can be one. If you only have blue jeans and pink and purple tops, you can still be a goth. Like, you can do what you want. You can call yourself what you want. I, for this very reason, for a long time would never give myself the label goth. In fact, I still don't even call myself goth. I call myself a Halloween enthusiast, because that is literally what I am. I am very enthusiastic about Halloween, but ultimately I do love the gothic style, and most of my clothing is in a gothic style, and jewelry, most of the time the way I look is relatively goth. But it doesn't mean that when I was a baby bat, when I only owned one black skirt and a couple of black t-shirts, that doesn't mean I wasn't goth then. I was just discovering myself, beginning this journey of where I am now. And who's to say that in 5 years I won't be completely different? But right now, this is me, and this is what I want to be like, and this is who I am. And I don't think it matters at whatever stage you are in your life. If you think you're a goth, then you're a goth. Like, no questions asked. Like, it doesn't need to be in your passport or anything. 6. Should you maintain the goth aesthetic at all times to be considered a true goth? So again, touching back, seems like I'm just like chatting away and answering all the questions before even asking them. I don't look goth all the time. As I said, I work a 7:30 to 6 p.m. job, and most of the time I don't look like this. I only look like this when I'm making an effort. So I, before this video, uploaded a vlog of when I got my Tiddles tattoo, and I didn't wear makeup. I wore just black shorts that I bought from Poundland and a Joker top that I bought from HMV. Yesterday, I don't think I looked that goth, to be honest with you. As I said, no makeup, had all my hair up. When I'm at work, I can literally see one right here. Oh, I can see two. When I'm at work, I like to be comfortable, because 30, 4 to 5 year olds to look after. So I would just wear black jeans, a black jumper, or if I'm feeling a bit fruity, a green jumper. These are the two jumpers that I spend the majority of my life wearing. So I just wear these jumpers. Granted, I do wear band t-shirts underneath, but school don't know that. But I just wear those jumpers and jeans and my Doc Martens. I have all my hair up because children love to pull on hair. I wear no makeup at all. I take out my lip piercing and my septum piercing and I just have that stud, and I keep my ears the same. During the main part of the week, I don't look goth. I do take my like Killstar handbag with me to work, but like on face value I'd say I don't really look goth. Most of the time I'm wearing all black, but so do loads of other teachers who I know definitely aren't gothic or would describe themselves as gothic. So I don't think you need to look goth all the time. I do, however, feel like after a while it almost kind of comes naturally. Elements which took a while for me to look goth in would be sleepwear, for example. So there is a lot of me moving around in this video. If you had asked me what pyjamas I wear 4 years ago, I probably would have shown you a pair of trousers a bit like this. They are from Asda again, and they've got Iron Man all over them and Hulk. They've basically got loads of Avengers on them. These would be the kind of trousers I would wear. Now if I was wearing these trousers with, for example, like a green t-shirt or just any old random t-shirt that I had left over from back when I was at secondary school, I wouldn't look goth. But slowly you do kind of start to build up a repertoire of things that you just pick up. So 2 Halloweens ago I found these. They're just joggers, but I wear them as pyjama trousers in H&M. I have 6 pairs of these now because they originally cost £12.99. Then they went on sale for £2, so I bought every single one that was in stock. But these are spooky, and if I was wearing these with any of my t-shirts now, which are all black, it would look relatively goth. The same with these. I got these this Halloween from Next. Fortunately, they never went on sale, so I didn't buy any other pairs, but they are super, super comfy. And they've got little ghosts on them. So if I was wearing these with, as I said, any of my t-shirts, which are all black now, I would just kind of automatically look gothic or spooky. So I feel like eventually you kind of evolve into all of your clothes being spooky or gothic, and it's a slow process. There are still some elements of my wardrobe, not many, but like there are still some elements. I've got an element. For example, my hair towel, which I've had since I was about 10. This is my hair towel. When I wash my hair in it, put it up like a turban. Bright pink. I haven't had to buy a new one because the string's still fine, the diamond's still on there. It works perfectly fine. So I still use this. When I have my hair in this, does it look goth? No. But does it matter? No. Once that breaks, I will buy a black one, and then like I won't have anything left pink in my wardrobe. But I hope you can understand what I mean. Like, it's a slow process, and from someone who's like 6-7 years in, there are still elements of my life which aren't gothic or spooky, but like, does it matter? Not really. What was this question even about? Oh, should you maintain it all the time? Basically, don't worry about it. If you can't maintain it all the time, don't worry. I don't when I'm at work. Comfort and happiness comes above it at all times. On the weekend, I love wearing swishy dresses like this. I have 30, 45-year-olds. Bad idea. Jumper, good idea. Okay, number 7. Are big name YouTubers selling out / cashing in when receiving hauls from companies? So this was actually one of the questions which I thought I'd come and film because recently I have done lots of things with companies where they've sent me free stuff. Now, everything I've shown you so far, all of like this pile of dresses and clothes, especially everything from Killstar, every single thing that's from Killstar, I have bought with my own money, other than one dress, which actually I got in a giveaway from Emily Boo. Thank you very much, Emily Boo, if you're watching this. So yeah. What was I saying? All of my clothing, pretty much, I have bought myself. If Killstar messaged me, I have messaged them but they haven't replied, but if they messaged me and said, hey Lizzie, we want to send you our new range of dresses, can you make videos about them? I'd say yes, because I already buy this, I already spend all my money on these dresses, so if they offered them to me for free, Would I turn them down? No. Why would I turn them down? I don't think any of you watching this, if you are fans of Killstar, or just think of a brand that you really like and you buy a lot of their stuff, or if you're a DIYer and you buy lots of paint, if someone said to you, I want to send you all that stuff that you really like buying for free, can you make a video about it, and you like making videos, would you turn it down? Honestly, no. I feel like there aren't that many people that would turn it down because ultimately you would be spending your hard-earned money on it, and if they're giving it to you for free, you're lucky, basically. Saying that though, there are some things which I have been sent for free, and like I made these recently, they're literally just here, so I thought I'd talk about them. Cushions. I got some of these cushions from Sourpuss. They sent me this ghosty one for hashtag Year of the Ghost, the bat one for hashtag Year of the Bat, and another bat one that you can't see, it's over here. They sent me pins, they sent me a bat hanger, all of that was for free. Now I had to go to London and I went to London Edge, I had a really long chat with a person from Sourpuss, and ultimately I did kind of contact them first because I was looking for some things to do a giveaway for you guys. But they kindly offered to send these things for me to send these things to me for free so that I could show you guys and review them and show them to you. Now these things were things I chose. Like they asked me, they said to me, what would you like? That's all they said. And I sent them a long list. So I sent them homeware, I sent them clothing, I sent them pins, accessories, I sent them so much stuff, probably about 30 items I sent them, and I said I would happily buy any of this stuff with my own money, but if you want to send any of those to me, I will happily review them. So out of that list, they chose the cushions, the pins, and the bat hanger. So I chose the things that they sent to me because they're things which I would have bought anyway, and I made a review on them. So that's one way that these things work. Now I didn't get paid for the review. I will have got some ad revenue from it because you guys were watching it and there was adverts on there, but let's be fully honest here, the ad revenue that I got from that video would probably pay for a quarter of that cushion. So I'm really not making any money from it. The only thing I'm gaining, other than getting the pleasure of making video, because I absolutely love making videos, the only thing other than making a video that I gained from it are the free items. And ultimately, I spend a lot of time making videos. It takes me approximately around 2 hours per video to film. It takes me, depending on the video, over 3 hours onwards. So a short video like Pinscription, 3 hours to edit. A long video like the bath bomb bats and bubbles video I did recently, that took me 6 hours to edit. I then have to upload it. I then have to do all the descriptions and the writing and make the thumbnail. Then I have to go through and add cards in the corners, add an end screen, and then after it's uploaded, I then have to reply to comments, which I just got a comment from Tina Pentawoski, sorry if that's not how you say your name, and she liked my new tattoo, so thank you, Tina. But like, it's a long process. It's not like a bam 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 upload kind of thing. It is a long process and it takes a really long time, and companies know that. They know if they're sending this to me, I'm not just going to be like, haha, here's a cushion, upload, done. It's a long process to get to that final thing, and I have to work hard to get that cushion, because if I didn't make that review and that video, I wouldn't have it. Other things that recently I've been sent for free include necklaces. I have not paid for any of these necklaces. These were all given to me by Embers to Eden. Now, some of them were actual birthday presents, and one of them was original haul that I did for her, and she sent me 3 necklaces. See if I can pick one out of this tangle. So she sent me a few of these necklaces, and I did the exact same thing. I made the video, I went through the whole editing process, I posted pictures on Instagram, I promoted it to various different groups. That was my job done. And from me doing that, it allowed a small company to make a lot of sales. Sales which, without me making that video, she may not have got. Because of your guys' response to the first video I made, she then sent me some more stuff to show you for a second video, including this. And again, this was under the same condition that I made another video about it, and I promoted it on Instagram, which is what I did. She did then send me a few bits for my birthday. They there was no condition of a video. She did not want me to open them on camera, but I chose to because I really wanted to show you them, because like these pieces are beautiful. So do I think it's selling out? No. I mean, I work with companies, and if I said it was selling out, then I'd be selling out. But I honestly don't think anyone could say if a company that they loved, whether it be a large company like Sourpuss or a small and upcoming company like Embers to Eden, I don't think many of you would say no. Honestly. Ultimately, it's a trade. They're trading you their goods for your expertise in videos. That's how I see it. It's just a straight trade. So do I think it's selling out? No. What was the other thing it said? I don't think they're cashing in either, to be honest. I think that they're just taking advantage of their expertise, their following, and that's just ultimately how Gothic brands and alternative brands, that's how they promote their stuff. Because are you going to see them on national TV? Probably not. Okay, number 8. The big name YouTubers live their lives in public. Should they expect privacy in their private lives? This is something which I think is down to the individual. I truly believe that you shouldn't put anything on the internet that you don't want to be shared or seen. I was always told, don't put anything on the internet that you don't want your granny to see. I have a feeling that this does relate quite a lot to the YouTuber It's Black Friday. Now, when I was a baby bat, I loved Black Friday. I watched her all the way up until she left Mr. Owl and moved to Germany. After that, I lost interest a bit and I ended up unsubscribing. Since then, I kind of checked back and saw what she's doing, and she's definitely like popped up in my recommended and stuff. And then around the time I unsubscribed, she shared that she was in Germany, she was living with another man, and she had married that guy. Now at that point I kind of unsubscribed, so I don't really know what happened after that, but I know a lot of the time she's talking about her different situations, her marriage, her divorces apparently, her life situation, where she's at now, and that is her choice. She has chosen to put that out there. And I honestly don't feel like she would put that out there unless she wanted people to talk about it and unless she wanted people to know about it. I kind of try and relate this a bit to myself. So me and Mike, hopefully you guys know who Mike is if you're new here. Mike is my boyfriend. He is in most of my vlogs now. When I started YouTube, he was never in them. You may have seen like a bit of his ear, but I didn't put him in there at all because I started YouTube around the time that me and Mike met, and this sounds horrible, I didn't know if I would be with him forever at that time because I just met him. I didn't want to be like, this is Mike, boyfriend tag, da 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 da, learn all about my life, oh no we broke up. Like, I don't want a channel like that, and I didn't want you guys to know about that. But like 6 years down the line, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to get rid of Mike. So I'm happy to share some of our relationship with you guys, and I trust that you guys understand our relationship. We are very stupid with each other. I have shared a lot of our relationship with you, but there are so many parts of my relationship that are my relationship. I'm not going to share it with you. I know some of you are my really good friends, but if we are that close of friends, I can tell you personally if I'm having any issues or concerns or anything really amazing happens, I can tell you. I don't need to tell the whole internet. And you guys respect that, hopefully. And yeah, most of the time people are really, really respectful. And I just kind of homing back in on the question, I think that your private life can only ever be as private as you make it. If you are someone who is posting on Facebook all about your relationship, it's not private because you have chose to share that with everyone that you're friends with. If you are someone who posts on the internet about your wedding and your divorce, not your private life, because you have shared it with everyone on the internet. If you are someone who, like me, will share a bit of your private life, I share what I want you guys to see, that's great. But I choose not to share some stuff because that is my private life. And that's what I do, and that is mine. And I don't feel like I need to share it with you. I think that's fair. Okay, I think we're getting there now. I don't know how long this video is, but sorry. Number 9, the big name YouTubers live their lives in public. Should they expect privacy in their private lives? I think your private life, I think that your private life can only ever be as private as you make it. If you are someone who, like me, will share a bit of your private life, because that is my private life. And I don't feel like I need to share it with you. I think that's fair. Okay, I think we're getting there now. I don't know how long this video is, but sorry. 9. What is your view on goths wearing different symbols that are aligned with different religions? Cool. Okay, so I am a Roman Catholic. Not many people know that because it's not something I share on the internet. I don't talk about my religion. I feel like religion is such a tricky thing to talk about, and there is no point, literally no point talking about religion, because there'll be people that agree with you, people that hate it. I don't bother with it. When I was younger, I grew up in a convent, and every single day I wore a cross. That is what I wore. That was my symbol. That was the symbol that I adorned around my neck. Now, when I got to 14, 15, 16, I came away from the church, I came away from the convent, and my beliefs changed. So technically, on paper, I'm still a Roman Catholic, but my beliefs aren't the same as what they were when I was younger. So I chose not to wear a cross now, but I do wear a key of life. For the last 4 years, I've worn this ankh around my neck. This is an Egyptian key of life. It is a variant of the Christian cross. To me, it's nothing to do with my religion. It is just something I love. I went to a spooky shop. There was a lady there, and she travelled to Egypt, and she saw a man making this ankh, and she decided to bring it back to her shop and see if anyone liked it. And the day she put it in the window is the day I bought it, and I loved the whole story. I loved the fact that it wasn't just like made in a factory. She had been to Egypt, there was pyramids in the background, and she saw a man making this, and there aren't any other like this. I love this, and I will never take this off. This I don't really see as a religious symbol, but I'm also respectful for the fact that it is almost a variant of a cross. I also wear somewhere a pentagram. When I was in my big bat days, I bought a sterling silver pentacle, and I loved it. I wore it every day. It had a little amethyst in the middle of it, and I loved it. And then I went to Boscastle. Boscastle is one of my favourite places. It is a very magical place, and there is a lot of witchcraft history that comes around with that place. It has a witchcraft museum. I got this pentagram from a witch. Basically, she had loads of them. It wasn't handmade for me or anything. I'm sure that it was mass produced, although I have never seen this anywhere else other than at that stand in Boscastle. She had this, and I bought it from her for £40, and I have worn it on my neck every single day of my life since I bought it. For me, this is a memory. It's not even a symbol to me. This is a memory of a really nice trip where I met a really nice spooky lady, and I bought this from her, and I love it. And actually, this has become part of me. So those are the ones which I have around my neck. Cool. But where is my dress? Let's come back to this dress, because it is still my favourite dress. But on this dress, there's loads of symbols. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know what all these symbols mean. And I'm going to really contradict myself in a minute, because I don't think that you should wear symbols that you don't know what they mean. This dress has loads of tiny symbols on. Now, on the camera, you can see these symbols quite clearly, but actually in person, you really can't. When you're wearing it, the symbols just get lost. I bought this dress in a time where I didn't know that religious symbols and symbols in general could be offensive, and I hope that none of these symbols on here are. But there are some things which I do avoid on clothing because I don't think it's a good idea. I personally do not like wearing inverted crosses, and that is down to my religion and my upbringing. If you wear inverted crosses, go ahead, I do not mind. I don't like inverted pentagrams. That's just me being superstitious. And I know that inverted pentagrams don't necessarily mean anything bad at all. There is actually nothing bad about them, but I just personally don't like wearing them. That's my choice. I think that you can wear whatever symbols you want as long as you are respectful. If you are wearing a dress covered in inverted crosses, walking into a church, having a dance on the altar, probably not a good idea. But if you're wearing a dress covered in inverted crosses and you're shopping, doing your stuff, you're not being rude to anyone, just getting on with life, I really don't see a problem in it. I think it is up to you what you wear and up to your personal preference. I don't like wearing things which I'm not comfortable in wearing, and I don't like anything which has any kind of pictures of devils on. I think that's your opinion. That is your choice. If you are happy wearing it, then wear it. And number 10, how do you feel about negativity, bullying and elitism in the community? So, I don't think it's necessary, but I also think you can take away the word community and just say, do you think bullying is necessary? No. I work in a primary school and kids get bullied, and it's my job to sort the bullies out and to work out why they're bullying. And most of the time children bully because they're jealous, or they're scared, or they're unsure, or someone else, like a parent, has told them it's not okay to be, for example, gay. And they're bullying a child because their parent has told them it's not okay. It's my job to say that everyone is special. Everyone just goes about life. They can do what they want, they can be what they want. And it's their life. It doesn't matter what you think. Your opinion to them doesn't matter. That is your opinion. Keep it in your head. There is no need to share it. And I really do think that sometimes adults forget that they aren't children, and they can be bullies and they can be horrible. And definitely being on YouTube for 6-7 years, I've come across a lot of bullying and a lot of horrible things, and I've had quite a lot aimed at me. And when I was younger, when I started YouTube, I was still quite young, I used to take them very personally, and I'd have someone calling me fat and it would ruin my entire week. Now, when someone comments on my double chin, I give them a big thumbs up, I love their comment, and I pin it right to the top of the video so that everyone can see that I have a double chin, because I literally don't care. And if you want to be sad enough to spend your day typing that lovely message to me, I'm gonna share it with the world. And also, thank you for the view, because you have probably just given me 5p towards my next Killstar dress in a size large. So honestly, I feel like people shouldn't bully. They shouldn't be elitist. What was the other thing they said? They shouldn't be negative, really, in the community. But people are. That's just world. Well, that's just world. That's just the world. People are going to be negative. People are going to be bullies. People are going to be elitist. And I think it's all about how you react, because unfortunately, you can't change people. And some people are sad, and some people are jealous, and some people just can't control themselves, and they have to write that horrible thing, or say that horrible thing, or make a video about the horrible thing. And I think sometimes we have to be the adults, looking down at the children, and just saying, okay, cool. That's not what you meant to do, but cool. I think sometimes with adults, it doesn't matter what you say. They're not going to change. So it's how you react to it. You can either react by saying something negative and horrible back, try and defend yourself, which ultimately is what I used to try and do, or you can just laugh it off, because they're the ones that need help. They're the ones that are just, they need attention. They need to say something horrible about someone else because of their own insecurities. And unfortunately, we can't fix that. It's only normally them that can fix it. So just ignore it, or just say thank you for your input, thank you for your opinion, and just leave it, because once you start fighting back, that's when all the drama starts. And like, ultimately, I wouldn't even be making this video, so I guess I'm a bit of a hypocrite. I wouldn't even be making this video. There wouldn't even be a tag if no one responded. If the angry little man that made the original video about everything being wrong, if no one had watched it, and no one had shared it, and no one had commented, there wouldn't have been this drama. And ultimately, it has caused a big flow. And I think that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to make this video, because I didn't want to be contributing to the drama situation. And I also feel like it's quite late. I feel like I'm a bit late to the party, like the drama has already finished. But I did also feel like this tag was a very positive tag, and I feel like I had lots of positive things to tell you, and to spread the message that there is no need for drama, there is no need for elitism, do what you want. Be spooky, be gothic, be a dragon if you'd like to be. Just do what you want. Anywho, those are my 10 questions. My 10 questions. Those are Heavy Metal Mumma's 10 questions. My mouth is dry because I've been talking for too long. So I'm going to leave it there. I will leave a link down to her original video down below. I'm not going to link any of the drama videos because I really don't think it's necessary. But I will also leave all of the questions down below. If you would like to make this tag, go for it. Let me know. I would love to watch it. I'm not going to just tag anyone because I feel like it's a very personal thing. If you want to make it, make it. If you don't, have a nice cup of tea. I think I'm going to finish my pint of wine now. So thank you very much for watching. If you do have any questions, comments, please leave them down below. If it's sunny where you are, I hope you're enjoying the shade, and I'll see you next time.